Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this episode, it will be the LEGO compatible custom Jurassic Park Coelophysis, an Extinct Bricks Minis episode. But before we get a move on with this video, I'd like to say thanks to youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music. Please also subscribe and also hit the notification buttons if you have just tuned into Extinct Bricks. Please also follow me on my social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here in YouTube. I do have a new account in LYKA which is only available here in the Philippines but will be global soon. In support of Extinct Bricks, please do not skip the ads on all my videos. Thank you for your support. Guess SPC contest winners will be announced at the end of the video, but first, here's how you can join. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon that will lead you to the homepage of Extinct Bricks, and then click on the community link to see all my posts. I wish I could be as limber as them. Well anyways, let's move on with the making of the Coelophysis. Now the Coelophysis is actually based off from this particular base figure. You can see here, it's I think they call it the Gallimimus from before, but anyways it doesn't look like it. For me it actually looks already like a Coelophysis, but anyways we still have to make several of course modifications to it to make it look like the Coelophysis itself. So among this would be of course taking them out piece by piece and then reconnecting them so that we'll have a longer body, a longer tail, and of course a longer neck. And for this, I actually use a mighty bond. It's usually what we call the super glue in some other countries, but yeah, it's a mighty bond here in the Philippines. So it's one of my everyday to-goes whenever I would be making any custom. So here is a comparison of the base figure from before and after. You can see that the body is stretched, the tail is longer, and also the neck is longer. Then after which I actually installed or attached here mini studs to it. So actually this is from this petite block that I got from Uniqlo, I think, and this is actually just around 99 pesos, and yeah, it's a really cool thing to have because for example for mini figures like this, it will come in handy. So after that was actually done, I then moved on with, of course, sculpting. And for sculpting, I actually used a two-part equal epoxy parts A and B. I just mixed them up together and then I added with some powder to it. In this case, I actually used flour because I ran out of baby powder actually. So this is how it looks like after it has been completed. For sculpting, it takes about an hour or two to cure because this is just a small figure, but for bigger figures it takes around 5 to 6 hours actually. So I noticed that the head is actually very fat compared to a real Coelophysis, so I had to use my Dremel tool here to make it very thin. So I thinned out the top portion of the head as well as the lower jaw. And here is how it looks like so far. And then after that, I actually used a primer paint for this. It's a spray paint. It's called Bosny number 68 in gray. After the primer has been totally dried, so it takes around an hour or I guess for bigger figures, but for this one it took around 30 minutes. So painting was actually a breeze for this one. Now the base colors would be different for both figures because the other would be a female variant and then the other would be a male variant. I guess the male variant would be the greener one because it will have a more colorful coloration on the head. You will see later the coloration that I will put into this. So the details would be just this reddish brown color, and also for the male one would be this dark green olive color on the back with some speckles on the thighs as well as the sides of the body and the tail. Now to break that solid color of green and the brownish red, I had to add some detailing on above it. So I added a few drops of white on that same color. For example, here the green color is actually a lighter color of green on top, and here is how it looks like so far. Okay, so after this is actually fully dried, I went on ahead with several more details. So I actually mistakenly included this paint for the female variant, but actually this supposedly goes to the male variant. So the pink coloration should be on the male. So here is the coloration. So the black one is for the female, and then the pink one would be for that of the male. Alright, so I guess that is it for our making of the Coelophysis. Let us now move on to the closer look. And I have EB here to demonstrate the video on the Coelophysis. I think he's actually excited but a bit scared, of course, because there are two carnivores in front of him. But anyways, he'll be back later for some size comparisons. But for now, let us move on with the closer look. And this is actually based off from the Jurassic Park Kenner toy line card for the Coelophysis. You can see here that the coloration is the same, and also I just added a few more details to it. So they are seen rampaging, or at least swarming in the forest, and Dr. Grant and also Ian Malcolm was actually in the background hiding in the trees. So taking a look closely of the Coelophysis, you can see it has really big eyes, and they are actually made up of two variants. One would be male and one would be female. The female variant would be the one with the black coloration on the head, and the male variant would be the one with the pink coloration on the head. Although it's pink, I know you guys are questioning the colors, but it is usually noted that males would have a more colorful crest or coloration to attract the female. So guys, don't be afraid to wear pink. And so going back to describing the figures, actually they do have the two studs on the back. The studs are actually minis from the petit blocks that I've showed you earlier, and the head is actually thinned out, and it's very much similar to that of the skeletal remains of the Coelophysis. It has this really big eyes, and then it has 3 toes on it, and of course the arms also has 3 fingers to it. The tail is lengthened actually, and it's very thin out as well. So that is it for the closer look of the Coelophysis. Let us now move on with the size comparisons. And of course, the size comparison will be a size comparison between a real human, in this case a minifigure, and of course with my other figures that I had so far or made so far for the minis collection. So the size of the Coelophysis here is just around about the size of the human. However, it could be smaller, but anyways, I couldn't find a suitable figure or base figure for this one, so I'm really glad that it is already just about this size. So I'm satisfied with it actually. So here is the LYKA baby Ankylosaurus Bumpy. So I just acquired this recently, and I actually showed it in one of my videos, so take a look at that, guys, after watching this Coelophysis video. This set is actually really nice, and you can see here that Bumpy is really cute, although he has this really powerful tail to it, so Coelophysis beware. Now here is my Lego baby Triceratops, also from the same set. Again, please watch those videos as well after watching my Coelophysis video. So you can see here that although the Triceratops here is a little bit shorter than the Coelophysis, it is bulkier and I think heavy built as well. So Coelophysis, you're no match for it. And so I just want to show here my Extinct Bricks JP Goat. I actually made this along with the Tyrannosaurus Rex video. It's just around a little bit shorter than the Coelophysis, and I think this is one of the meals it is actually fed to during the Jurassic Park times. But anyway, so this is now my Extinct Bricks repaint Velociraptor. Yeah, I painted inspired by the character Blue from Jurassic World. And you can see here that although it's just a repaint, I actually like the colors on it. So Anyways, I would be doing a repaint on all the 4 raptors, Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. So I will be doing that soon, so watch out for it. Okay, so the size is actually just around about the right size. Blue is definitely bigger than the Coelophysis. And since I have Blue here, which is a Velociraptor, I'm bringing out the Extinctrix Accurate Velociraptor. So this is a feathered raptor that I made before. It is definitely smaller than Blue. And the colors are actually really vibrant, so I like the pinks on that mocha brown colors and the white. So I think it's just around the same size of the Coelophysis, although the tail of the Velociraptor is, I think, longer, but it's definitely mainly because of the feathers, I guess. Alright, so that is it for our comparisons. Let us now bring them out together and let's have a roll call. But before that, I'd like, come on Amy, face this way. But before that, I'd like to know about your comments on what other minifigures you'd like to see next. So I have already Coelophysis, Tyrannosaurus, my Protoceratops and the like. So just comment in so that I can see and be able to bring them out. Okay, so roll call. We have here the Velociraptor Accurate. We have Bumpy here. We also have the baby Triceratops, and of course we have here the repaint of my Blue from the mini raptor that I had before, and of course the star of this video, the Coelophysis. And that ends our size comparisons. It is now time for us to move on to the last looks on the Coelophysis. Now the name Coelophysis actually came from the Greek word and Latin words Coelos, meaning feather, and Physis, meaning Latin tyrant. Now it is somehow also called the hollow form. It lived in the late Triassic to the early Jurassic period around 216 to 196 million years ago and is part of the Coelophidae family. It can grow up to a length of 10 feet with a weight of 25 kilograms and a height of 1.8 feet. Oh no! Evie is hiding in front of the truck because the Coelophysis are actually playing with the food on the truck. Well, that is it for our Coelophysis video. I hope you like it. It is now time for us to announce the guest species contest winners, and we have 10 lucky picks, and here they are: Eric Mondragon Valle, Hermie Matos, Master Jessig, Mikhail Kostyunov, Bigal Waldron, Jurassic World Gang, Raquel Ceballos, Expo Huegueres y mucho más, Losip Speckhugger, and Picture Magic Magic. Congratulations everyone! And now for our top 10 winners. Grebnadu,
Top 9,
Miles Phillip,
Top 8,
Mandiamar,
Top
Mr.
7,
T-Rex,
Top 6,
Let's Get Groovy,
Top 5,
Jurassic Cube,
Top 4,
Rania Gonasoma,
Top
42 Ostriches,
3, Top 2,
Irfan Reduwangan,
Top
and
1.
Colton Todd. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest. Also, our babies Moira and Asher has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please watch their videos and of course support their channel by subscribing. Thanks for the support everyone! And as we always would say, let your inner dino brain roar!